What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Leah and this is Beauty with Love. My channel revolves around anything and everything that you can think of that comes to beauty. From nails to skincare to makeup, of course, hair care, things like that too, and a whole bunch of randomness tossed into it. It can be something as strange as a new collar that I liked for my puppy dogs. So if you think that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can be part of my YouTube family, and hit the notification bell right next to it so you can be notified every time I upload a video. Anyways, if you are interested in how I created this face, like glassy skin kind of vibe, I'm going to call it that because I've got this nice little glow shine going on. You see that? So pretty. Loved it. This is all the face products that I use. It is not the lip products, and it's not the eye products that I use. And it's not the brow products that I use. Those will be in videos that will be linked below. And so if you like this, go ahead and stick around, and I will be barefaced except for my eyes partially done and my eyebrows on in 3, 2, 1. All right, like I said, I have my eyes partially done and my brows done, but nothing else is on my face. And I'm gonna put my little Shrek horns or ears in, however you wanna put it. I always feel like they make me look like I have those little pokey horns, but it keeps my hair out of my face, so that's good. We have some products that I have not used before. Like I said in other videos, I am shopping my stash because I have a lot of makeup and I'm just not using it. And it's really important to try out the makeup that you have before buying new makeup, because you really need to see if you actually like a product. You might find that you really like it becomes your holy grail type makeup, and you can't just keep buying makeup on top of makeup or being not using the makeup that you are given. And it's really important that you do use it, because if you don't use it, you'll never know if you like it or you don't like it. It'll just be sitting collecting dust or in a drawer somewhere, and chances are you'll probably forget that you have it. So today I'm going to go ahead and use the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer. It's really cute. It's in this little, it's got like a holographic type thing. Super cute. It's called The One. That's funny. Right at the top it says The One. Like, this is it. This is the only one. That's how much confidence they have in this product, that it's going to be the only primer you need. Okay. I like that. I like confidence. It's like confidence in a bottle. I could use that. And it's a silicone-free primer that does it all. Love it. It mattifies, it hydrates, it blurs pores, it preps skin for lasting makeup, and it's impossibly silicone-free, delivering all benefits you'd ask for in a primer, and the one you never thought you could. Silicone-free to dodge skin congestion. Okay. Wet n Wild. I already took off the little, it does come with a little cover so that you peel it off and you know that it's fresh. If it doesn't have that, don't get it. I'm going to go ahead and just put it, I like how big that is on the end. I mean, that means this is some thick primer. Ooh, okay. It's silicone-free, but it has that silicone feeling. Interesting. All right, well, let's get to this. I'm going to start by placing it. I'm going to kind of wipe it at first and see what it does there. Sometimes you can wipe on primers, and sometimes you have to like press them in. It feels almost wet, like I'm putting on lotion once it hit the warmth of my skin. Okay, that's interesting. And it is blurring. Let me go ahead and press. I mean, you guys know my nose rubs off anything. Any makeup that I want on my nose, I have to really get that primer on it. Usually I'll use a eyeshadow primer to help, which it really does help. Put it on the tip of my nose. But we're not going to do that. Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but it has blurred. Like, I don't have excessively huge pores, but it has blurred nicely this area. Okay, that's really cool. I mean, and it's silicone free, which is really interesting to me because when it first comes out, it feels very silicone-y. But I don't have a problem with silicone. I have some of my favorite ones are like a silicone based primer. But sometimes you'll notice with certain primers, certain foundations don't always work with it. Just keep that in mind when you're using a primer. The foundation may not be the problem. It may be a primer, and you may just have to change the primer. It may be your like all-time favorite primer, but it's giving grief to this certain foundation that you're using. Just to keep that in mind. It's not a big deal. It's just a matter of using maybe a different foundation primer combination. Wow, that's an interesting, and it smells good. It smells good. It's not an overly whelming smell. I don't really know what it smells like. It's like, I wanted to say beachy almost, but not. I don't know. I can't really explain it. I have a new concealer that it's new to me because I haven't used it yet. And it's the Stay Naked Correcting Concealer up to 24-hour wear. This is what it looks like. It says anti-crease. That's a big deal for me. And let's see. It says, oh, that's not in my language. It says buildable, full coverage, flexible, breathable, does not transfer, real skin matte finish, corrects the look of imperfections, waterproof, vegan formula, does not contain animal-derived ingredients or byproducts. So this is a vegan and cruelty-free, and I have it in Fair Cool Pink, which is also 20 CP. I'm going to put this on first today. With putting on concealer first, you are just like when you would do the brightening and contouring underneath. It just sometimes it blends better. This is just what I'm feeling, like what I wanted to do today. This does not mean this is what you have to do. But I'm going to go ahead and use this. It's got a little doe foot applicator, super cute. And I'm just going to go ahead and dab like a little there. A bit up here. And there. It's a little lighter than I expected, but that's okay because I want some light reflected in those areas. I wonder if we're going to have the same situation when I put on the foundation as we did the last time. I know you guys know what I'm talking about too, if you've seen my other video. And I'm going to go ahead and just blend this out. Here, this spreads really nice. They say it's buildable, but I'm going to put it underneath my foundation. I'm not trying to do a full coverage look today. More wearable. I want to do more wearable. Like look, on the real side, if I go out into the world with some of the makeup that I do here, like the super glam, if I am just going to the store, people will straight look at you funny. Because with all the lights, if I don't put on a certain amount, it will dull down the look and it won't translate to the camera properly. So that's done. Okay, so today we're going to go ahead and move with the naked kind of theme, and this is the Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation up to 24-hour wear. First of all, I'm not really going to be wearing my makeup for 24 hours, but I love that they say that because there are people who are performers or people who are in service, if they want to wear makeup, you know, our medics and things like that, and our officers, they might want to wear some makeup that lasts that long, okay? So I love that. And this says, I have two colors here. Now, putting on the 20 CP foundation, I mean the concealer, I can tell that that's going to be a little too light, so I think I'm going to not use that one all over my face. But I did grab my Catrice Prime and Fine makeup transforming drops because these things really do work. They have some that lighten, they have some that darken, they have some that add luminosity, cool, pink, neutral, all that whole 9 yards. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the 30 NN, which means it's neutral. It's neutral master tone and neutral undertone, and it's light on the shade intensity. And this is Fair Shade Intensity. And we just put this color as the concealer, which I do love it when companies have like the matching concealer. I'm going to go ahead and add this on top. This is what the actual bottle looks like. It's a plastic bottle, which means probably if you drop it, it's not going to bust. I have a habit of doing that. And it's got the Urban Decay on it. It's a mirror top. Very pretty. Very pretty. I like how it feels like it could just fit somewhere very nice. And I'm going to go ahead and just put this on the back of my hand. It's kind of liquidy, so we want to work with it. I'm going to use my KVD number 10 Edge Foundation brush. I'm going to use this first, and I'll probably go in and tap with my Juno blender. With a brush, you can really blend out a color, like sheer out a foundation. So now I'm going to use my Juno & Company little spongy sponge. And we're going to see if we can build it up just ever so slightly in the areas, like in this area right here. I have dampened this ever so slightly with some setting spray. I didn't want to put too much on. I didn't want to saturate it too much with water. I just wanted to go ahead and just use it kind of as is. That's how it's taken up, and we're just going to mount. Now you see the difference in when you just put it on with the sponge. That's the difference between brushes and sponges. You can take something that is medium coverage and turn it into full coverage. As you can see, that immediately turned it into full coverage. I'm using, as you can see, I'm using the base to kind of distribute the product kind of around. I don't know why that side looks red. It doesn't look red like in person, but. And then I'm using this side to just tap and blend it out. Okay. Nope, definitely not creasing underneath. Great. And I have just layered the two of them on top of each other. That's another thing that's really nice about having matching foundations and concealers from the same company. It's like they're made to go together, so they take into consideration anything that might not work together. They're made to go together. As you can still see some of the blue in my eyes. Well, not in my eyes, but under my eyes peeking through. That's also because I did not color correct. I just wanted this to be like an easy kind of go-to look. Granted, one more full coverage than I was going for, but that's okay. You know, I really am interested in the fact, I really like the fact that this is actually really buildable. That is a fantastic quality in a foundation. Makes it extremely versatile for you. To set my skin down today, I'm going to go ahead and use the NYX Glass Skin finishing powder, and this is what it looks like. It looks like it's got a little bit of a sheen to it. This is in light, and it's a finishing powder, and that's what it says about it. It has a 6-month time frame to where if it goes bad, once you open it, remember, once you pop these seals, your time starts running. And yeah, so that's really important for you to know. I'm going to use this and set down my foundation. And just go ahead, and this is my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe brush. Yeah, I mean, shopping in my own makeup has really made me find some little hidden gems. And when I was younger, I did use a all over kind of sheen powder, and it just gave me such a beautiful glow. Do you see how my skin has this soft glow? I can't remember who they were by. It was like they had like a color Candlelight and something else. I mean, I like adored these things. Don't worry, I haven't left my eyes out. I will finish those up in the final look. That's a different video, okay? Oh, that's so pretty. It went on so smooth. Set my foundation down. My foundation is not sticky anymore. Very nice. That's pretty. That might have to, I think this is going to have to go in the top shelf kind of area. I didn't want to go heavy on the bronzer because this is a fall look, but I did want to warm up my face some. And this is the Aesthetica Sunset Bronzer. This is what it looks like. This is the color. It's soft. It's kind of cool toned, so I'm going to use it kind of as a bronzer slash contour, and that's going to do a 2-in-1. Again, I'm trying to keep this simple. And the Aesthetica Sunset Bronzer gives you a beachy glow without stepping foot in the sand. The rich coppery tone lends just the right amount of color for a natural looking tan. The Round Mirror Compact is loaded with pigmented matte powder to help both amateurs and pros achieve the flawless bronze warmth. How lovely. And of course, this is cruelty free. Nice big round mirror, can see my face. I'm just going to go ahead and go in, and we're going to go ahead and start with the forehead and see where this color goes. Now, you will notice that it's warming up my face, but it's not too bright. I'm going to go ahead and take it into my temples and a little lower on my cheekbones, but still blending upward. That top coat, or top coat like from nails, that setting powder had such a beautiful sheen. You see my skin looks so glowy. I can see why it's called glass skin. I'm going to go ahead and take it down the jawline, around the ear, give the ear a little color. Jawline, jawline, jawline. You'll notice even when I use my butter bronzer, I always take it jawline, jawline, jawline. And we're not making faces. No. That's not how we contour. Remember, y'all are like, Leah, I know you say that in every video that you contour. That's because it's something that everybody does. You can't tell me that you have not seen people mess up their contour like that. It's because they've contorted their face to not a natural way. Contour is supposed to accentuate and chisel out certain areas and not look crazy, okay? Look like it belongs there. Not too dark. I mean, really, really nice. Really nice. Now today for blush, we're going to use like a fall vibe blush. This is called, it's the Wet n Wild Fantasy Makers blush, and it is in Let's Get Smashed. It is part of their Halloween collection. I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to open this, but look, until now, but look how cute. It's got like a little pumpkin-y skull face. It's so cute. And I thought it would go really well with this look. This is what it looks like on the brush. I'm going to go ahead and just layer this. I know I'm doing things in a different manner. I'm just trying to keep you guys on the ball. Make sure you're paying attention. And I'm going to start up here, and I'm going to move my way down. Start up here, work my way down. That is such a pretty color. Ooh, and it's so perfect for this eye look. Yes. But I mean, oh my goodness. And you know what? I swear this has like a pumpkin-y smell. I could be hallucinating on that, but it smells, I really think it has like a pumpkin-y smell, which makes me super happy. A pumpkin-y spice smell. Okay, now I'm going to go back with my Heavenly Luxe It Cosmetics brush in number 14, a super big fluffy brush, and we're just going to work this all in and make sure everything is blended together. No harsh like lines or anything like that, but still not affecting your contour, your blush, just kind of blending everything so it all works together, because otherwise you're gonna look a little crazy. You should probably blend out your entire face, because even though we're sculpting, you can still see my cheeks and my cheekbones and all of that, and the change in color gradient, nice, and it still gives nice definition, but it's not so harsh of a, sometimes you want that jagged edge, you know, of a contour or whatnot, but sometimes you don't, and today I just didn't. But yeah, you can see how nice that looks. And wow, I mean, I really love that glass skin by NYX. Wow. And now we're on to highlighter. We don't want a huge, like, bright, blinding highlighter, but I've never used these before, so I can't say that they're not going to be a little blinding. These are the Super Shock highlighters. They're for the cheek. This one's pearlized, and they're both pearlized. And one is called Might Be, and one is called Lunch Mini, and I've never tried these. I know I've had them, And I'm late to the party. I told you, this is why you shop your stash, okay? And this was called Deuce of a Kind. It came in like this little package, and they were both together. I thought it was really cute. I'm going to grab my oh so very loved Morphe 510 brush. I'm going to have to get a new one. I know it. I have just used this one to death. But this is the brush that I use for all my highlighting pretty much. And it's just hard to let go and move to something new. With these shades, I have no idea which color I'm going to use. This one is called Lunch Money. And if you haven't used their Super Shock shades, it has such a unique feeling. I cannot even explain it. It's so good. And this one is called Might Be. Oh, holy blindingness. That one's a little bit more blinding than what I was expecting to go to. Let's see. I mean, they're both pretty shimmery. It's kind of hard because this one kind of gives me fall vibes, but this one also is like, okay, that looks like it would look really nice. Maybe I'll mix the two and come out with my own shade. As you've seen before in previous videos, if you spray down your face with your setting spray before you put on your highlighter, it's going to make it extra blinding. It's going to give it a little extra something because you're setting it on wet skin. I'm not doing that today. We're trying to keep things a little bit more minimal. And one day I'm going to do like a super minimalistic type look, but today is like more wearable minimal, not completely minimal. And I'm going to, like I said, I'm just going to dip into both of these. And I mean, it's just, I can't explain the texture of these. If you haven't tried them, try them. They are so, I can't explain it. They're just so good. And I'm going to go ahead and just sit this right down on my skin. And then what I'm going to do is kind of blend it out with my fingers, soften it a little bit. So it just kind of, do you see the nice glow? It's like no white cast when I'm looking here. And then it's just like, boom, soft glow. Soft glow. That's so nice. I love it. Okay, again, I'm only dipping back into it because I do not remember. And there's nothing to tap off. There's nothing. Like literally, do you see this? Now I'm going to regret this when I go to put this on my face. Maybe I'm going to have to use a super light hand. But you see, there's no powderiness. This stuff is just like the coolest formula. And again, setting it down and moving it. Blending it with my finger so we don't have such a stark line, but more of a nice glow. Oh yes, that's so pretty. And take a little bit on the tip of the nose, a little bit on the bridge of the nose. Careful. You don't want to look like Rudolph, okay? You really don't. You just don't. He has his own jam. You don't need to be like him. Do your own self. And again, blend this in. Blend, blend, blend. See, my skin looks so wet. Do you see this? It's a combination of this and that glass setting powder. Wow, 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 wow. And of course, I'm going to take a little bit of Lunch Money and just highlight my Cupid's bow, and then the little notches that go above that because I want them to come out more. And before I click over to another video to finish my eyes up, and then another video to do my lips, because I have some new sticks that I want to try on, and I want to do that in a different video, I'm going to go ahead and use my Stay All Night Micro Fine Misting Spray up to 16-hour wear by e.l.f. I've never used this, but it's got a little ball or something in it that shakes it up. And the mist is like, it's like, it is fine. So I've never used it. It smells so good. It smells clean and soft smelling. It's not like a heavily fragrance. What is the smell? Cucumber. That's the smell. It smells so good. It's refreshing. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and click over to another video and finish up my eye look, and then I'll be back with the finished look. All right, so this is the final product of my face. Now that you know how I did it, I really love that foundation. I mean, everything that I put on my skin today, I think I really, really loved. And it feels so good. It doesn't feel like I have makeup on. It doesn't feel heavy and cakey. It doesn't look heavy and cakey when I'm looking at it. It's not seeking into my fine lines and wrinkles, because, you know, when you hit like 25, you start getting those. I hate to tell you. But I mean, just the way my skin has this gorgeous glow, I mean, I love it. So if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and that way you can be part of my YouTube family. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a video. If you really like this video, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up so I know that you really like this video. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And as always, makeup can do a whole lot for the outside. Everything I put on my skin could cover up a whole bunch of stuff. You saw my hyperpigmentation and my dark circles and all of that. But if you are not beautiful on the inside, chances are it's going to show on the outside. I love you guys. Have an amazing day.